let's go. Yeah. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Man, I love how Christmas smells, wish this was every day. Sprinting down the stairs to see presents just for me. God, I hope it's not a lump of coal this year I misbehaved. Cause I know it started off with a couple in my B's. Then I ran into some trouble when I stole an SUV. But I'm trying to stay humble, so I'm praying on my knees. Cause I'm begging Santa, brought me what I wanted, Santa please. I want a big house and a big car with a pool in the back of the backyard. Some new shoes and a huge bar and a Stratocaster left-hand guitar. Wanna go far, wanna be the best, beat the rest at art. Pumping on my chest, I invest to start. Send up for the rest of my shopping cart, yeah, that's a start.
Happy holidays and welcome to the December 2024 edition of Bosch's World. I'm your host, Ron E. Bosch. So December hasn't been the most uplifting and cheerful month, but I did try to make the best out of this month with the few events that I had and celebrating the holidays with my loved ones. I started the month with the annual Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Toy Drive. This was my fourth one in a row. It's always nice to just give back, even if it's not the most expensive figures, because at the end of the day, no kid is going to want a rare figure from the 90s or the 80s. They're going to want toys they can play with, which is why I got the little Bend-Ems, and they were on a great sale at ringside. Like always, we get there, donate the toys, go in the ring, get the photo op with the guys, Matt, Brian, Mark, and Joe Shoes in his fish flops. I was hanging out with La Puma, Tugboat Guy, Husvar. Enjoyed the live recording of the podcast. No alley catch this year, but we did go to our annual Applebee's dinner after the toy drive, which is always great. And I actually ended up ordering the same exact thing I ordered last year, which was the mac and cheese with the fried chicken and the breadsticks. And I brought some home to my lovely wife. It's only appropriate that I would meet Macaulay Culkin in Newark because every time I walk through this train station, I feel like Kevin walking down Central Park in Home Alone 2. That Friday the 13th, was an event that I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. The first movie I ever saw in theaters with my mom was Home Alone 2. So I've been obsessed with Home Alone 1 and 2 since I was a kid. I make it a point every year for Christmas, no matter how good or bad my Christmas is going, I'm gonna watch Home Alone 1 and 2, whether it was on VHS back in the day, to having the Blu-ray, to now it being on Disney Plus, so it's a lot easier. It's the one thing I can always count on Christmas to be there for me. From a kid to a teenager to adulthood, it's been like the one consistent holiday tradition I will always have Home Alone 1 and 2. So when I heard they were doing a screening of Home Alone 1 at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center in Newark with Macaulay Culkin himself there doing a meet and greet and a Q&A afterwards, I knew this was a once in a lifetime opportunity and I couldn't pass it up. It was such an awesome experience because I've never seen Home Alone 1 in the theater. To just be there, enjoy the movie with an audience. It was a huge theater, and just having everybody cheering and laughing along with all the awesome scenes. It was just a surreal experience, and then having him come out to do the Q&A and just finding out awesome tidbits. Like he still calls Catherine O'Hara mom to this day. Like Joe Pesci biting his fingers during rehearsal that he wanted to buy the actual Home Alone house. Then having to wait a bit. I was panicking because I had to work that night, but I did finally get to meet the man himself, Macaulay Culkin, in my Home Alone Christmas sweater. I forgot to light it up, but it probably would have left a weird green or red reflection under my chin like it did on Christmas. He looked a little tired, but he was such a nice guy. I think I was just like in awe, like meeting one of my childhood heroes, and made it just in time to be nominated for the best celebrity photo op at the Bosch Awards. Did he win? You'll have to tune in to find out. The rest of the month was pretty low-key, going to my in-laws to put up the Christmas tree and decorate, then spending Christmas with my in-laws. Always a wonderful time spending it with the family. Besides Home Alone, that's been one tradition I've been blessed to have over the years since I started dating April. It's always been just a lot of fun celebrating with the family. Welcome to a jam-packed Christmas holiday edition of purchases of the month that will end up in storage for the foreseeable future. And let's not waste any time. Let's see what Santa left under my tree this year, or what I pre-ordered months ago that finally arrived in the last couple weeks. First, we have Mr. Belding Funko Pop. Now I have the original 6 cast members: Zach, Kelly, Slater, Jesse, Screech, Lisa. And I got those years ago, and I always said, why didn't they make a Mr. Belding? But finally, like 5-6 years later, they made a Mr. Belding. So let's get a look at that one right here. Like I always say, I want to get out of the Funko game, but they just keep making so many cool ones. Especially like Funko Pops are the only place you're going to get some of these obscure television, music, movie characters that don't have regular action figures, and they're small enough that it's like, it becomes addicting, you know? Here it is, Mr. Belding. Next, we have the man I met wearing this sweater 3 years ago. We have All Ego Ethan Page, big rubber guy. It's crazy that when I pre-ordered this, he wasn't even in WWE yet, and since then he's already been NXT champion and is doing an amazing job in NXT. But I'm glad that they were able to sign him just in time to get one of these out. So there it is. And the man on my sweater, I ordered this back in the summer as well. It is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, Ultimate Edition, WrestleMania 12. I forgot when it was that I got that WrestleMania 12 banner flag with the matching shirt. For my 6th grade class picture, I wore a WrestleMania 12 shirt. So this is such a special event because that was the first Mania that I was a fan of for an entire year to see the build, and Shawn Michaels won the WWE Championship. So it was such a special event for me as a kid. I'm going to keep this in the box for now, but the way this figure is, like in the Bosch cave, I may just have him hanging on the zip line from like the ceiling in the Bosch cave. That's like really the only way I can think of displaying it. So there you have it. My jam-packed Christmas edition of In the Bosch Cave presents purchases of the month that will end up in storage for the foreseeable future. Merry Christmas, everybody.
To be a kid, growing up, watching, loving wrestling, sitting in these very stands, to main eventing Madison Square Garden. This is Damian Priest's house. This is Damian Priest's microphone.
That's cool. That's cool. We don't do that for everybody.
And then Cheyenne surprised me once again with tickets to the Holiday House Show. It's the day after Christmas. We bumped into Gigi and Riley afterwards and got a picture with them.
It's your boys,
But it was a fun show. There was Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio. There was CM Punk versus Ludwig Kaiser. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Then the main event, the New York boy, Damian Priest, headlining Madison Square Garden, from being a fan in the crowd to headlining in a World Heavyweight title cage match against Gunther. So that must have been a super emotional moment for him. After the match, he was being attacked by Dominic Mysterio and Ludwig Kaiser, and CM Punk comes running out in a towel and a shower cap. I like that you get cool moments like that at house shows that definitely would not happen on television. Let's bring back Golden Mad-Libs. I know I did this earlier in the year. I said I would do this or whenever I didn't have a lot lined up in a month, so let's just go for it. I actually haven't written anything yet, so I'm gonna come up with these on the spot. I don't even have a pen. Blanche has a date with Bosch tonight. She wants to get hot and goofy out in the lanai. Since Christmas is coming, she decides to decorate mistletoe all over the Boschio board to guarantee a silly kiss. Blanche hangs 69 bunches of mistle ear around the lanai, then goes inside to hang some more. When the doorbell rings, Dorothy answers, agreed to Blanche's potato salad. That's when they realize they're both standing under a leafy green bunch of action figures. Naturally, they begin fist fighting each other because that's what one does around Christmas. When Blanche walks out, she stops in her tracks and screams, "Dorothy, what in the sunflower are you doing?" Dorothy replies, "I'm slowly sorry, Blanche, but it's not my fault your date can't tell the difference between a Christmas tree and a chimichanga." Again, it wasn't the easiest month, but I made the best of it, try to enjoy the holidays to the best of my abilities. Like I mentioned before, keeping those traditions, watching Home Alone, spending it with April's family, going to the Holiday House Show with Cheyenne. Follow me on X, Miss, at I am the Bosch Man. You already know it's a 0, not an O. Thanks to Imagine Dragons. Follow on Instagram at BoschStarProd. On Facebook, Bosch Star Productions. Get the merch, redbubble.com/BoschStar. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, Bosch Star Prod. Let's get me to 500 in 2025. That would be awesome. I don't get anything out of it, but just it'll help my ego out. Anyways, I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday and had a safe New Year.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And with that, the 2024 season comes to an end.